Last week, I got to meet Tony Hawk at the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Fest in LA. Now, this will go down in history as one of the greatest nights of my life. Activision must have seen how amazing of a Tony Hawk's player I am. And mistakenly thought that I might have some great interviewing potential. They flew me all the way up to LA to play the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4 and also got myself a V.I.P Invite to the fest as well too. It was held at the El Rey Theatre in LA and it's also featured in the Los Angeles level of the game. The fest kicked off at 6 p.m. where I headed there with my newly made mates when the skaters from the game were walking the red carpet into the event. I was lucky enough to have a quick chat to a lot of them, which I wasn't expecting or prepared for. What's your favourite Tony Hawk's level of all time?
I like being in the hangar.
What's your favourite Tony Hawk's Pro Skater level of all time?
My favourite one, I kind of like just like the OG hangar where it has the half pipe in the middle.
I remember playing Tony Hawk too, and I really like the schoolyard.
Yeah, the schoolyard's my
That one's
favourite
dope
as well,
when you go
too.
over the wall.
What do you think for the future of skateboarding? Do you reckon it's more popular now than it has been the last couple of years? Do you reckon Tony Hawk's Pro Skater remakes is a reason for that?
Absolutely. I think Tony's game is central to that. Not only to take what we did as a community in terms of the skate tricks and making the broader world relate and respect and learn, but it also drew in some of those talented kids. Not only that, but it integrated, showed the world how integrated we are. We're unusual in the sense that it's beyond a sport. We're so mixed in with music and street culture and street art. It's unusual for anything else, and it pushed that out into the world.
People together as well.
That's
too.
right.
Nice to meet you anyway.
Nice to meet you.
What have you got planned for next?
Well, in the future, all I care about right now is skateboarding because I took a 10-year break pretty much to get all larried up. So now I kind of like gave up at skateboarding on that point. Now my passion to skateboarding's back, so that's all that I want to do.
Nice to meet you.
You
Thanks for your
too.
time. Cheers. After that, we headed inside to be greeted with this awesome skateboard throne. Then we headed to the main stage area and were treated to some free merch and custom artwork by none other than the man Neckface himself. The Depop t-shirt that I chose already had his artwork on the front, but I thought I'd be cheeky and ask if he could do some on the back for me too. Awesome, cheers, thank you so much, love it. The huge Tony Hawk's Pro Skater logo lit up the room and everyone was so excited and friendly. Skaters hanging about, talking everything skateboarding and Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk had an amazing speech that gave me chills.
I want to thank everyone for coming. I want to thank Activision. And the idea that we have so many of the legends of the game here tonight. Both old and new. No offense, Cap, but we're old. And so I feel like this is a celebration not just of the game and the franchise, but of skate culture in general. Oh, Salema.
This guy is too modest. Like, this guy took skateboarding, kicked the world's door in, and introduced the entire planet to the culture through this game. And all he does is continue to put on for everyone in skateboarding and make sure that everyone is taken care of and gets to come along on the ride. You have transcended all of it. To think that we're sitting here 26 years later after this game was released in September of 1999. Tony motherfucking Hawk!
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Salema. I love this guy. So enjoy.
We were treated with some live bands, starting with Urethane, which is a band that Steve Caballero plays the guitar in.
What's up? We're Urethane from San Diego. LA, how we doing?
Then we were treated to Adolescence, and when they played their classic Amobia song that was from the original Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and included in the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4, a whole bunch of us, including a couple of pro skaters, went off and jumped around in the mosh pit. It was one of the best times ever. Upstairs in the VIP lounge, we were able to play the game and chill out on the couches with a couple of the skaters from the game that were having a go too. I got to say hello to Chloe and she said a quick hello to my daughter, who is a really big fan of hers. I didn't hit record soon enough and just got the end though. I still love that.
If I keep practicing, will I be better than Chloe?
Then to finish off the night was Danny Brown with some classics and Lupe Fiasco, who got the crowd jumping and treated us to his first ever live performance of Kick Push, another song that would be featured in the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3/4 soundtrack. It was a really awesome night with a really great vibe, and I really enjoyed playing the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4. If you want to check out some gameplay of it, I'll add a link to the end, plus my thoughts on the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 career mode will be at the end of that video as well too. Let me know what you think of that anyway, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and catch you later.